Thank you, Jeffrey. Since everyone has been introduced and your presence is very impressive, I will just address you as my friends, ladies and gentlemen, fellow advocates and fellow Mindanao. Mayang hapon sa tanan. I wrote my welcome and overview in my cell phone. So, with your permission, I will read it from here. When I suggested the idea of this peace conference to Mr. Jimelu de la Vega, Executive Director of the Davao Association of Catholic Schools, I was aware of the time constraints which he and many of you are experiencing these days due to the school exams before Christmas vacation, the scheduled Christmas parties, the Misa de Gallo on early dawn, and the travel difficulties of coming to Davao. Because of all this, I was not sure that you would come on such short notice. But you came, and your presence makes us extremely happy and grateful. Me especially, looking at you now here and hearing your names from the places where you come from. And also we in the Bishops Ulama Conference with my co-convener, Bishop Gomez and Judge Scully, and the OPAPP and DUC's people here headed by Jimmy. It is therefore with a sense of happiness and gratitude that in their name I welcome you. I welcome you all and greet you advance Merry Christmas. And allow me to greet you also from the Quran. Aside from the Assalamu alaikum, I greet you from the words of the Quran, Surah number 3 and verse 45, which says, and I quote, "Behold, the angel said, O Mary, God giveth thee glad tidings, and a word from him. His name will be Christ Jesus, the Son of Mary." End of quote. I don't know if that's correct notation.
Surah Maryam.
Oh. Wala na. The patience, huh? Mga tigulang na dito sa mga pamulak. Anyway, just a brief history. In about August or last month of 2008, the Supreme Court shut down the peace agreement of the administration of President Macapagal Arroyo with the MILF for lack of consultation. So it was declared unconstitutional. So right after that, Mrs. Arroyo called me up and asked me, she said that one of the major defects or weaknesses of the MOA 80, the Memorandum of Agreement on Ancestral Domain, was the lack of real consultation throughout Mindanao. So would the Bishops Ulama Conference undertake such consultation? And I said yes. And to make the story short, I called Father Alejo and discussed with me, with our group, the possibility of having nationwide, a region-wide consultation. And so, um, with the help of the academicians from Catholic, Muslim, and Protestant colleges and universities in Mindanao, but I have gathered the people, the educators and researchers, and they formed a team. And in 2009, they began the consultation after prepared the methodology and the structure and etc. etc. And about 5,000 individuals took part in the focus discussion groups. These 5,000 individuals were scattered in 300 focus discussion groups around Mindanao, from Basilan to Butuan, and even reaching to Baguio and Palawan, where there were Muslims. And then these 5,000 were sectors of the youth, the women, the armed groups, the business, the religious and traditional leaders, the children's rights advocates, the media and the artists. There was not a consultation from the government because they were already consulted by the respective panels. So the 300 focus discussion groups were asked to discuss and answer 4 questions. The first question was, what is your idea and experience of peace? Second, what recommendations can you give to the GRP and MILF peace panels? And number 4, what can we do to promote a broader understanding of peace throughout Mindanao? And the last question was, what are you willing to contribute and sacrifice for the sake of peace in Mindanao? The responses were gathered by researchers from 10 academic institutions from all over Mindanao, and analyzed and categorized into six points, which reflect the responses of the people of Mindanao. And the 6 points are contained in the book. Sincerity. Yeah. 6 points: sincerity, security, sensitivity, solidarity, spirituality, and sustainability. And these responses were put in a book form, published in a book form, and the book is entitled by the team of Father Alejo as Visions, Voices, and Values, the People's Platform for Peace and Mindanao. And these are not solutions to conflict, but they were just support and foundation for whatever reform agenda they will have in the peace talks. You know, last Wednesday, I was in Davao University. I was one of the panelists in a discussion with the negotiating panel with the communists. The panel was with 3 members of the GRP panel, Sarmiento, Arellano, and Angel. And there were many people from all sectors of Mindanao who were suggesting what kind of reform agenda should they talk about. And when I shared this platform, they were all surprised, and there were many who want to have a copy. I was even surprised. So my 5 copies were all taken by Sarmiento. And I was happy that they do that because, during the time of Aquino, which took his peace panel, took over from the panel team of Arroyo. I don't know, they did not pay attention to the result of the consultation. Anyway, let me just end by saying that we organized this peace conference with you and with OPAPP and GAPS because we would like to give ourselves a beautiful Christmas package. Christmas package from us to you and from you to us in the BUC, in the DAX and the OPAPP. What are the contents of this Christmas package? First, that you would revisit the findings of the Consult Mindanao and learn from them on the KM's methodology, organization, structure, and experience of intercultural and interfaith dialogues. And also to learn from them how to listen and interpret the voices and visions and values of the people of Mindanao. The SWS and the Pulse Asia are not reliable pollsters or surveyors, but this one, I think this consultation in 2009 is unprecedented. There was never a consultation like this in terms of its content and structure, and also the magnitude of the people who were consulted, 5,000. So this is the voices of Mindanao. And I would like to end this overview by quoting from the introduction of this booklet. The book, the final result, will be given to you, copies for your personal use and for your library and for whatever use you may have of the book for free. OPAPP will multiply copies of this. And so let me end the overview by reading from the introduction. And I quote, "Peace process is too precious to be left alone to the negotiation of two fighting forces, or even three because there's a communist there. We need the visions, voices and values of diverse groups, starting from those who are directly afflicted by conflict and extending to those whose lives are also affected. Consult Mindanao shares in this wisdom curled from local initiatives and living insights from many parts of the world, that while governments and rebel groups may sign peace agreements, ultimately it's the people who have the burden and the joy of rebuilding schools and houses, retrusting institutions, welcoming ex-combatants, looking for new breed of leaders, nourishing the environment, energizing tired bodies, bringing gaps across mindsets, healing painful memories, and appeasing the spirits of the land." End of quote. And one of the reports that I heard from Father Aleo's group was a statement from a Maranao farmer in Anandel Sur who was asked to answer this poor question, and he said, I don't know whether he said it in Maranao or in Tagalog or in Cebu, he said, I am not educated like you. I am only a farmer, and I can contribute to peace by thinking about peace for 10 minutes a day. Only 10 minutes a day. And this statement from the Maranao farmer called my attention. And I began to look for answer for explanation to this statement. And I found out that in 1995, when our Pope, now Saint John Paul II, came to Manila in 1995 for the World Youth Day, he was seen on television, radio by many people, and on the last day, the Holy Mass was attended by 7 million people. At the end of his 5 days in Manila, the Philippine National Police reported that no crime was ever committed in the whole country for 5 days. Why? Because everyone has positive thoughts. And then positive thought is an energy that can affect the thinker and the people around the thinker. You know, so it is also a paper I found out that our intellect can process 40,000 thoughts a day. So if the thought is positive and it is an energy, 40,000 thoughts times 100 billion people, that would be a tremendous energy creating the atmosphere of peace throughout the country. So, peace is available for everybody, and it is everybody's concern and everybody's business. Thank you for coming, and you make us very, very happy in the Business Ulama Conference, in DAX and in the OPAPP. Thank you and good afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Archbishop Kapalya, for that message and at least giving us a overview of today's peace conference. No? So now I call the MTYC to discuss about some leveling of expectations and for our BUC sessions this afternoon. Because as what a bishop told us, this is primarily a presentation of the results and the recommendation that was done by the Consult Mindanao in trying to get the voices. Because our team